The Cheeseboy 628 Show, starring Cheeseboy 628.
Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is Cheeseboy628 here today giving you a Theory Thursday. I know it's been a few weeks since I've uploaded one, but it's finally back. I'm no longer nearly as busy. My apologies for the hiatus for the past couple of weeks, but the series is back and it's going to stay for quite a while now, and thank you for your patience. Anyway, let's get into what I'm going to talk about this week. Suggested by Badass Scrafty, I'm going to be doing Victini this week. Now, he suggested that I talk about Specs Victini, which will definitely be a component of this video, but I mostly want to talk about where I think it will be placed tier-wise this gen. Now, I think Victini will actually still remain UU for this generation. Now, without further ado, let's check out Victini's stats here. So the first thing you'll notice is like Jirachi or Selby or any of those kind of pokes, it has base 100 stats all around. And that's really nice for my first point as to why Victini is going to be UU this gen. And that's because it's versatile. Not necessarily defensively, but certainly offensively. It can be mixed, it can be banded, scarf, or like how Badass Scrafty wanted me to suggest, Specs Victini. Now there's also other sets called Lure Victini, which is usually an expert belt set in which you have both physical and special moves, usually moves that you can't really cover on the other side, such as Grass Knot, hitting those bulky waters such as Swampert. I also know some sets that include Substitute, which is really nice for handling sucker punches that are usually super effective and do a ton of damage to Victini, but Victini does have some natural nice bulk because of it having a 600 BST with 100 base stats all around, so even a sucker punch may not necessarily kill. Now, one thing a lot of people don't necessarily know is that Victini actually learns Final Gambit, and not using it myself, but definitely wanting to, I want to try out a Final Gambit set, which has a base 100 HP stat, which makes it one of the most viable Final Gambit users in the game, which would be really nice for throwing off the opponent. Now, I was talking about with my last point a little bit, it does have some very nice stats, base 100 all around, making it versatile and really bulky as well. Now, in conjunction with its stats, it has a decent typing, so to say, because it's pretty nice offensively, but in regards to defense, it's not going to do too well, as Dark is very overpowering this gen, so a knockoff, a pursuit, or a sucker punch, even the occasional crunch can cause a large amount of damage on a Victini. On the bright side though, its Fire Psychic dual typing is very nice offensively and gets into our next point where it has a great move pool along with its typing. In regards to stab moves, Victini's most viable options psychic wise are Psy Shock, Psychic, and Zen Headbutt. On the fire side of Victini's stab moves, Victini has access to Blue Flare and its most well-known move, V-Create. In regards to other moves that Victini has in its arsenal, it does have access to Grass Knot on the special side. On the physical side, it has access to U-Turn, Fusion Bolt, and also Bolt Strike, which is typically used more than Fusion Bolt because of its higher power, but it does have less accuracy. So that brings up the point of its ability Victory Star, which increases a move's accuracy by 10%. This improves the accuracy of Blue Flare, V-Create, Zen Headbutt, and Bolt Strike, which makes those moves even more viable than they were before on Victini. Now, bringing up V-Create again, most people think Victini is ridiculously overpowered with that stab, huge, hard-hitting move that it does own, especially with Choice Bandit in the Sun. But Sun is banned in UU, so you can't get the Sun boost there without using a Sunny Day with another Pokemon. And running a Choice Band on Victini in UU isn't necessarily the most viable either, for Mega Houndoom certainly lurks and can be a good pursuit trapper or simply just outspeed Victini. Now, other than Choice Band Victini, if you want to run a choiced Victini at all, you can also run the choice specs that we were discussing earlier, which does have access to Grass Knot, Energy Ball, Dazzling Gleam, Blue Flare, Psychic, Psyshock, Focus Blast, Shadow Ball, and probably so much more. It could definitely be viable and not a waste of just trying to trick your opponent sometimes, as it definitely has a very nice 100 base special attack stat as well as some very nice moves to go with it. But most likely you're going to face a Scar Victini in the UU tier, and you may think it's automatically going to have V-Create as a staple, and that could be very likely, and you may think that V-Create is just too powerful for the tier. Well, Hippowdon is actually pretty popular in the UU tier as well, and well known for its bulk. So looking at this calculation here, a V crate from a Scarf Victini being max attack Jolly is hardly a 3-hit KO on this Hippowdon. This is just to show that Victini's V crate is not too OP for the UU meta and actually fits fairly nicely into it. So with that all said, Victini does fit very nice into the UU tier. It has a great move pool, it has plenty of versatility, and its typing allows it to be fairly balanced among the dark types that are in this tier. Plus, its power is not too overpowered, as there are some bulky mons that are able to take Victini's hits with relative ease. So with that all said, thank you all for watching. Please suggest more ideas for next week's Theory Thursday, and thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, sub, and until later, peace.